Good day, everyone. We are not camping this weekend. Pretty simple reason for that. It's calling for really cold weather. Around 0 Fahrenheit, probably a bit below, but 0 Fahrenheit or minus 20 Celsius, which I know is colder out there. I've actually camped in that weather. I'm not against camping in that weather, but to camp and film sort of adds another element of difficulty to it. Not only that, but camera equipment doesn't like the cold. It is possible, but I sort of set a temperature limit to where I wouldn't film, and that's below it. So we're on a hike today. I'm in the forest, the one that has the bushcraft shelter. And the reason why I'm here is there's actually a second cabin nearby, which I'm gonna go find, and I want to map out a route to get there. It actually doesn't feel as cold as I expected. I don't know if it's because I wore extra layers today. Probably wore an extra layer on top of what I normally wear when I go out camping. I have my big gloves. The day you see me with the big gloves and the neck warmer, you know it's because it's cold out. I just don't see any need to camp that down that low. You know, I don't know if it adds anything to the videos. And like I said, it's just less enjoyable. I'm not there alone. Fingers get cold because I'm dealing with the cameras. It's long. It feels long on these cold nights alone. The first night I actually camped outside was in temperature like this. Maybe someone else knows, but is that chaga? It's a mushroom that you can make tea with. I've actually never had it. I've seen it in other people's videos, but I'm curious if that is... Curious if that's it. I'll take note of where the spot is. Maybe I'll grab some. Might just be an infected tree. I have no clue. I really have no clue. I've said it before, always be careful where you walk, where you hike, where you set up your camp, because this was not here last time I passed. Just a reminder to stay safe. There's a lot of woodpeckers in this forest. There's another tree. That one right there. Or a very, very tall beaver. By the way, our first stop is the bushcraft shelter. Obviously not camping there today, but we're gonna make a stop and make some coffee. A little icy here. I'm gonna make some coffee, and the reason why I'm stopping here is because I have an idea where that cabin is in regards to this location. Or starting from this location. So from here, probably 10-15 minutes away. I just have to get my bearings and figure it out. I did ping it on my phone, so I know, or pin it on my phone, so I know where that is. Just to find a path to get there. Actually doesn't look like anyone's been here since I camped here last time. All the wood's still there, nothing's moved. I am slow to approach it when I'm coming from the side there. The reason being is there is a coyote. By the way, I know I pronounce that differently than people. Someone commented on my last video when I said that word, and I know it's pronounced differently elsewhere. That's how I pronounce it here. In French we say coyote. That's just the way I say it. Let me know in the comments how you guys say it. But apparently there is one. There's a few in this area. They don't bother me when I camp, but one of them apparently does sleep under the shelter here. So I do approach it slowly, especially from the side, give him a chance to run away. He's not here today, obviously, but yeah, I'm also a bit slow when I approach, just in case. So the reason why I'm here is because there's a cabin about 10-15 minutes from here. I mentioned that, and I'm pretty sure it's in this direction. There's a lake in front of me. And it's on the other side or around the bend of the lake. So as long as I follow that, I should be okay. The problem is I want to find a clear path to get there. When I come back with all my gear, I want to find a clear path to get there, which will probably be the way out. It creates a loop. So I'll get to that when I find the shelter. and I plan on doing a camping video there because I can camp here. So let's get that coffee, and we'll get on our way. And a little tip, I actually boiled my water before heading out. It doesn't make for good drinking, but it should boil faster. It's a little bit warm. It's been a couple hours since then. One good thing about these cold days is that no one else is out here. Same thing when you go snowboarding and skiing and all that. Usually the days where there's a lot of fresh powder, it's obviously busy. But the days where there's a bit of powder and it's cold, sometimes you're lucky and not a lot of people go. I also go in the morning sometimes, so there's no one there. Alright. My little tip with these is I get the long reach lighters. That way I'm not worried about burning my finger in case the wind is blowing towards me. Just a little tip. Nothing too special about the coffee today, just some Trader Joe's. I normally don't like these instant packs, but this one from Trader Joe's is actually not bad. It's not terrible. It's probably my go-to when I'm out here. I do have the Nescafe, some of the other brands, and they do the job, but they're not good. And that took about, we're about to get a boil. It took about 2 minutes maybe. I've been trying to take this shot for about 2 minutes. Either I'm going to leave that clip as is, or I'm going to edit it in a way that it makes it look like I did not mess up. Either way, we have coffee, but I just realized I didn't bring a spoon or anything to mix that, so I'm going to find a branch. I think it's the best option. There's a branch somewhere. Let me go find a branch. So before you judge me, this is a regular occurrence for me. Not a branch necessarily, but I do work in a shop and I often use a zip tie to stir my coffee. Either I have it black or I have it tons of sugar, tons of cream. So when I do have to mix it, I don't always have a spoon. A wrench is not a great idea. So a zip tie, brand new zip tie. I'm not saying it's the best thing, but it is a solution. Anyways. Good morning, guys. Oh, it's still hot. I was cleaning up my bag and then realized I had some granola bars. I could have used this to stir the coffee instead. Next time. Should be in that direction right there. There is a lake right there though, so that's a bit of an issue, but like I said, if I follow it, should get there. By the way, I do have a question for you guys watching. Sorry, this isn't very outdoorsy of me. I'm considering, I try to do a variation in my videos. So I try to do, you know, like a bushcraft camp, a hot tent, might go fishing and camping on the lake. I usually do that once a year. And I try to do a rotation in my videos. I was planning on coming to this shelter. I did once at the beginning of winter. I plan on coming here again to camp at the end of the season. I was curious, as a viewer, would you guys find it too repetitive if I came here about once a month? It wouldn't take away from the other videos. I think it would just be an easy camp for me to go. Reason is proximity. It's an easy place for me to get to. It's a nice hike in. The shelter's already set up. It makes for a really nice camp for me. I would have no problem coming here more often, but I don't want it to be too repetitive for you guys as a viewer. So let me know what you think about that. I still plan on doing some hot tents and some other camps, but I don't want it to be too repetitive. So I don't mind doing it just once at the beginning, once at the end, twice a season, something like that. I do not come here in summer. The mosquitoes and wolf spiders own this forest in summer, but as long as there's snow, it's fair game. But yeah, please let me know what you think. I don't want to be too repetitive in my videos. And personally as a viewer, part that I like to watch the most is setting up the shelter. So if there's something already built, I kind of get that it's less interesting. But yeah, let me know. I did see there's a main ATV trail that I took in, and there's also a small trail that continues to my left right now, so I'm pretty sure that's the one I need to take out. I will keep my phone handy, and I have about 3 hours before it gets dark, maybe 2.5 now. Shouldn't be an issue. Should be okay. I do have some lights in case, so let's get going. I did say earlier I wasn't sure if it was as cold as I expected. After having my gloves off for about 5 to 10 minutes, I can confirm it is in fact that cold. So it's right there. I can't see it, but I know it's in that general area. However, I don't want to cross the lake. I'm not sure if it's frozen. It looks frozen, but I'm out here alone. I don't want to take that chance. I'm gonna get back on the trail and make my way around, but it is in this general area. I'm glad I'm doing it today. Sorry about the wind. I'm glad I'm doing it today where I don't have a lot of gear. I can take my time, walk around, go back, detour. But no, I'm convinced the lake is frozen enough that I could walk on it, but like I said, I'm out here alone. It's really cold. I'm not taking that chance today. Not today. I said before, we pick our battles out here, and this is not one of them. I'm glad to see this trail is walkable. Usually this general area is all swampy. That whole path behind me is normally about a foot or two of water. So happy to see that. I've been avoiding this trail because I wasn't sure if I could even walk here. Well, this looks like it has some shelter potential. Oh yeah, anyway, we might be back there. We might be back here for sure. We may have found it. It definitely got a lot colder in the past 10-20 minutes, but I think we're there. We have one more little field to cross, and I think I see it from here. Just not too sure where I can step and where not to step. And that's exactly what I was concerned about. It wasn't too deep there, luckily, but do not want wet feet today. lake I mentioned is right there. So I did go around it, but there's still water here. There is a beaver dam right there. Sorry. There is a beaver dam right there. And sometimes there is water here. There is some water, but it's frozen right in front of me there. I could tell it's not fully frozen. I'm trying to pick and choose where I step. Doesn't seem too deep. By the way, this is a don't do at home situation. In general, don't do what I do in my videos. I think that goes without saying, but by the way, I'm breaking the ice as I go, but it's not deep. Look at this. Should be right there now. I'm convinced there's an easier path to get here. Not only am I convinced, I know there's an easier path to get here, which is what I'm trying to find today. Clearly this is not the one though. Looks like we're not the only one out here. I did hear an ATV way back there, probably around where the bushcraft shelter is. But looks like we found it. I actually didn't notice this the first time around. There's a stove jack, or stove exhaust port, whatever you want to call it. You know what that means? We are bringing a wood stove here. This is a little sneak peek. I am going to come camping here maybe in the next few weeks, within a month probably. I think it'd make for a really nice cold camping location. I'm not going to show too much of it. Already I know I need to bring a garbage bag next time I come here because a little too much litter for my liking. There's a bit of firewood. Oh, there's enough firewood actually. There's also a trail here. There really is a trail right up to the door, so I'm gonna follow this one and map this trail on the way out, and that's probably the trail I'm gonna take on the way back in because I think it's full flat ATV trails going out. That is the one I'm gonna take. And let's hope for the best. I have it mapping the trail out, and I'm trying to avoid situations like this. This isn't that bad. I'll be able to cross it anyway, but we'll see. I'm glad I'm able to see this before there's too much snow because I wouldn't know what's underneath it. There's that stream that continues. Cross this somehow, so I'm glad I did this without all my gear, without my backpack weighing me down. I'll have to be careful here next time. Doesn't look that deep. I do have my boots on, so should be all right. Famous last words, right? Should be all right. break before we before we fall. If anyone's wondering why I like a lot of snow, is because if we had 3 or 4 feet of snow, this would all be packed in and I could walk on it no problem. I can cross it, I really just don't want to fall. Don't feel like being wet today. Alright, we're through. I did have to start making my way out. It's going to get dark before I get out of the forest, but I'm not sure how much I'm going to show of that shelter. It's a little sneak peek. I will go camping there. I was not aware there's already a stove, like exhaust port in the roof. So I'll definitely be bringing some sort of heating device, whether it's a buddy heater or a stove, I'm not sure yet. But see another big wet spot on the trail. This is really why I'm coming here. Just to see if it's realistic for me to get here with all my gear, or I should take the other trail that I took in. Funny story for you guys. I came from this trail here. There's the exit there, and there's another trail there. That one leads to the bushcraft shelter. That one leads to the other cabin. That one leads to the way out. The first time I came winter camping, we came down this trail. And I said, hey, you know what, let's get here, let's go off trail for about 15 minutes, let's go camp some of that area. So we went this way. This is not, I mean, it looks a bit like a trail now, but it's not really a trail most people take. So we went down about 20 minutes down there, found a nice spot, set up. Little did we know there were 2 shelters within 30 minutes. It's too bad, now we know. We'll be back one day. I do want to get out of here before it gets dark, so I will be putting the camera away and make my way for the trailhead. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video, which won't be the camp at that cabin. Maybe in a month's time, somewhere in that timeline. I don't really have a specific date for that yet, but it will definitely be this winter. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.